Hey guys, I was thinking of doing a little impromptu 1/6 scale video update. I've been messing around with my collection last night, um, and I think it looks pretty cool right now as it is. It's always updating, it's always changing, but I forgot I'd run through it again. Let's start out with these Hot Toys Aliens. Not really displayed the best, I realized, because there's like Puppet Master replicas in front of them, but there's the Pred Alien, the Grid Alien, Alien, the original one, Big Chap. Some more. This might be my next thing I do, try to get them a better home. Let's start out with here. We got Ash from Sideshow, Beetlejuice from Sideshow, Tot from Indiana Jones from Sideshow. These are like the NECA cloth figures. I think they go pretty well with my 1/6 scale stuff. Obviously, Halloween 3, Chucky, Sam from Trick or Treat. I've mentioned the Tower of the Duck several times, but in case this is your first time watching any of my videos, it's a statue from Freakland, I believe it's called. Roy Batty and Tallahassee from Zombie Land. Those are like unlicensed 1/6 scale stuff. A lot of my stuff is unlicensed because it's just stuff that isn't actually made. So like little weird small companies make them in small runs. Snake Plissken is Eric Draven, not the Crow as many people call him. It's from the movie The Crow, but his name is actually Eric Draven. Alex the Large from A Clockwork Orange, again, another unlicensed thing. And speaking of unlicensed, here's more of it. Here's two of my newest acquisitions. Django Unchained, Calvin Candy, and Django himself. Django's Caustic Plastic. I don't remember who made Calvin Candy. Inglorious Bastards. This is like my little Tarantino wing. I kind of regret passing on the Asmos Hateful Eight figures. Reservoir Dogs by Palisades. Those are a little outdated. They're made a long time ago. They're not up to the quality of these, but yeah, whatever. They're still pretty cool. They made literally everybody. The way these shelves came with the house. I thought they were like perfect for my 1/6 scale stuff. And in a way they are. The problem is like they go very deep. And beyond the first row or so, you really can't see much. I was thinking of removing shelves possibly and like layering them, but we'll see about that. These are made by Mattel, these Ghostbusters. Albert Einstein. I feel he's made by Hot Toys, but he's not officially made by Hot Toys. This is like my James Bond / Puppet Master, Head of the Family, other random stuff. The Daniel Craig is a custom. The rest are all licensed Sideshow pieces. Again, there's more. It's just hard to see. And these are the three Predators from the movie Predators: Berserker, Falconer, and Tracker. These are really cool pieces, in my opinion. Let's go down here now. This is a custom Toxic Avenger by Screwy Louie. He's retired from making figures, but he made some cool stuff, and he was pretty affordable, especially from a customizer. So I kind of wish I bought more from him, but he's not doing it anymore. Here's Blackula. This is like an Amok Time. It's a store in Long Island that actually has its own toy line. And they make him. And there's a Wolverine from Wolverine Origins. Not the best movie, but a cool figure, Little Penny. Another new thing that I definitely didn't have last time, the Mandalorian with Child, or Grogu as he's now known. This is a really cool piece. I don't think this video is doing it justice. And there's the dude. The dude hangs out with Mando, why not? And George Lucas. You're going to see random stuff in the background that I'm just not going to go over because you can barely even make out what it is. There's some NBA players. Again, like, you really only see the first row, which kind of sucks. Walking Dead by 3-0. There's Predators, Royce, Tony Montana. I really love this Merle Dixon. It's so cool that they made Merle. I love Michael Rooker. I love the Merle character. I thought he was very interesting. And it's cool that they made him, because by the time they started making Walking Dead, Merle was long gone. There's a custom Abraham Ford, one of my favorite characters, and the Governor, kind of can see him. He's a custom as well. I don't feel like moving stuff. I'm going to move stuff with one hand and knock everything over. The Dylan Negan is outstanding. One of my favorite figures. Okay. So here's some random Star Wars stuff. Jabba. The Chewbacca figures are like amazing. I never thought we'd ever get an articulated furry Chewbacca figure, and Hot Toys pulled it off. I have both of them. And honestly, I think if they make another Chewie, I think I'm just going to get it, because I just love that it exists. I love that they're able to do it. This Han, I think this is the best Han Solo figure ever, in my opinion. It has been like thousands of Han Solo figures. Jedi Luke. Emperor Palpatine by Sideshow. He's pretty cool. There is a Hot Toys version, but the Sideshow version's fine. Vader. Hot Toys Boba Fett. They keep making Boba Fett. I'm going to stick with this guy. And here's the Sideshow Jabba. Pretty old piece. He's getting a little cluttered with all this crap around him. Here, these aren't really properly displayed, but these are not the Boba Fett, that's Metacon, but the Amanaman and Yak Face are customs by a guy called Sky Gun Bro. He used to make customs a long time ago. I'm not sure what happened to him. Alright, this is another shelf. Michael Jackson Thriller, zombie and normal version. Shaun of the Dead. I want to say it's the best horror, like the best zombie comedy, but Return of the Living Dead's pretty good too. The Thomas Jane Punisher. I love Thomas Jane as the Punisher. He's like my favorite Punisher. I think I just like Thomas Jane. Old Man Logan. Blood, that's just a cool figure. Highlander, one of my favorite franchises. Duncan from the show, the Kurgan and Connor from the movie, first movie. Sideshow Yoda. I have a bunch of Yodas. Count Dooku, one of my favorite prequel villain. Maybe because he's played by Christopher Lee, but and you know what? There's a reason why Christopher Lee's cool. He does villains great, and Dooku was just a cool character. These are both Django and Anakin are actually old Hasbro figures, but here they are. Mace Windu, Obi-Wan. There's that cool Boss Nass, Anakin, Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, Kid Fisto. Kylo Ren. No, it is Hitler. Kylo Ren is my only Disney era, I think, Hot Toys figure of Star Wars, other than the Chewbacca Force Awakens. I was thinking that this Mace Windu is the only 1/6 scale Sam Jackson figure I have. That doesn't seem right. That I kind of want to get him a Pulp Fiction one of him, but they're all pretty expensive now, so I think I kind of missed the boat on that, unfortunately. But we'll see. Maybe one day I'll be able to get one. Second row. Evil Ash, and there's Sideshow Ash. This is a Forrest Gump that I've put together over the years. These different parts, I made him. So I can't even... He's definitely not licensed, and he's not even one company at this point. The body's different. The clothes are different. These Star Trek figures are freaking awesome. Quantum X, I believe they're called. Back to the Future. Doc Brown and Marty. Bill and Ted. And here we go, some Planet of the Apes. Hot Toys, Sideshow. This the original Caesar, not the new trilogy one. Another thing, a lot of people who collect 1/6 scale, they usually keep them in detofs, and they're like isolated completely by themselves and very clean looking. Mine is in a very crowded environment, but I kind of like it that way, and plus I don't really have much of a choice. I just have too much stuff. Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom. Terminator 1 and 2. Carl Urban Judge Dredd. Kick-Ass. Hellboy and Abe Sapien. I'm surprised I'm remembering all these names like this because usually when I'm making a video, I start messing shit up. This is a custom Lurtz. He's really, really cool. And the guy who made him, I don't remember his name. And I know the guy who made him, a lot of people had issues ordering from him. So I feel like very lucky to have this guy. A lot of people would place orders from him and the shit would never come. I didn't even know that when I did that. So the fact that I have him and he's here and he's just really cool. This is the Asmos. Most of this Asmos, Lord of the Rings line, but some of his Sideshow. But these are Asmos, the Orcs. Grishnak and Gothmog. Cool. I never thought I would have a Gothmog figure like this. Saruman. There's the Witch King. The Hobbits, I think, are really well done. And now we're getting into more of the Sideshow stuff. Boromir, Gandalf, and Faramir Sideshow. Gimli is Asmos. Asmos is really improved. And Gollum, I believe, is a statue. Weta, maybe? I'm not even sure. Riddick, I believe he's done by Art Figures. Here are some of my Stallone figures. These are the Expendables. Got that Dolph Lundgren. There's a monster back there. Jack from Lost. I'm probably skipping over stuff. Stallone version of Judge Dredd. That really weird sloth figure from Goonies. This is my newest figure. It's Rambo by 3-0. He's freaking awesome, and he kind of blows the Hot Toys ones away. And the Hot Toys ones are pretty good, but this guy is just incredible. Colonel Troutman by Hot Toys. Getting into the Rocky stuff. Pirates of the Caribbean. I had a Will Turner, and I sold him, and I kind of regret it. And the Sucker Punch Baby Doll, I think her name is. Okay, now we're getting into... And you know there's a lot of, like, Funko mystery minis just in front. It's more of a room saver. I'm not going over those. This is like my horror shelf. We're starting with the very cool Dream Warriors, I believe, Freddy Chest of Souls figure. I have more Freddys in the background. That's the exclusive Camp Crystal Lake one, the Freddy vs. Jason, and there's Jason from Freddy vs. Jason. And now we're getting into the Jason figures in general. Part 2, Pamela Voorhees. Her sweater's a little gross. I spilled something on it. Mike Myers, Pinhead, by 3-0. There's the Creeper in the background. Why have one Hannibal Lecter? Well, you can have two. One of the coolest horror characters of all time. Jack Torrance. Jigsaw. Pennywise by Distinctive Dummies. He makes very limited figures. Right in between those two Leatherfaces. Leatherface is one of my favorite horror characters, if not my favorite. They're making Sideshow's making a new one with the makeup from part 1 where he's wearing the suit in the dinner scene. So, lovely, looking forward to adding that. And here are the Killer Clowns, all customs. And that's Cronin from Hellboy. And here are my Predators / Gremlins shelf. These Predator figures are really, really cool. There's Greta. I think NECA has not done themselves with Greta. Such a great figure. Cotton Candy from the Killer Clowns. And there's the Bat and Spider Gremlin, my NECA. Also really cool pieces. And we don't know all that stuff. We're going to end it with my Game of Thrones section. Game of Thrones, possibly my favorite franchise of all time. I love Game of Thrones. They have their own dedicated section because that's how much I love it. With a few little friends. These are all made by 3-0, except for a few. Bronn, Davos, and Tywin are made by Zensation Studios. But like I said, they have some friends here. There's another Grogu, the child, and Yoda. These are like my dream figures. When 3-0 started making these, I was so happy. I have all of them. There's the Hound, one of my favorite characters of all time, if not my favorite. White Walkers, Arya. I believe Bran from Season 8 is the last figure they've made. They have more coming out, though. And I was talking about the Chewbacca before. They did exactly what they did with Chewie, except they made Wicket the Ewok. He is really, really cool. And there's the one that started it all, Ned Stark, played by Sean Bean. 2 Jon Snows. There's Davos, who's made by Zensation. Like I said, Davos, Bronn, and Tywin. Not officially licensed, but they fit right in. They're great. In some instances, they're actually better. So that is my update. I probably skimmed over stuff. Any questions, write it in the comments, and I might even reply. Have a good one.